Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. I'm grateful to all of you who follow me here and to have this little community here on YouTube and to share my knowledge and wisdom with you. And if you're new here, my name is Nicholas, and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love and all matter of philosophical and spiritual topics. So if you're interested in those types of things, this is the place for you. Please subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified each time I post a new video. And if you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. However, today I'm going to be talking about letting go of the chain of approval. So approval, people approving of your actions, your thoughts, your actions. This is a chain. It's something that keeps you stuck because you should know in your heart and soul, your soul is already complete. Your soul in this life is already complete. It's just you pick things up, maybe like negative thoughts, other people's energy, and negative experiences, what make you feel not good enough, what make you feel incomplete. So there's a lot of negative energies we have to let go of, a lot of thoughts. But when it comes to approval, don't live for approval. Do what feels right, because at the end of the day, there's only two approvals. There's only two approvals that matter. Number one is your own approval, but you approve of what you're doing, your actions, and also approval from your angels and guides. And ultimately in life, you should do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. As long as it doesn't as long as what you're doing doesn't make you end up in a jail cell, right? That's what I would say. As long as what you're doing doesn't end you up in a padded cell, then batter in, go ahead. But at the same time, many of us who are spiritual teachers or follow a wise path, we don't do what we do to be liked. We do it to share knowledge and to help other people. When I first started my YouTube channel, my intention was not to be liked. My intention was to shed a light on the misconceptions about witchcraft, the misconceptions about paganism and spirituality. And a lot of people who are new, my intention was also to share knowledge which could help beginner witches or people who are new to spirituality, or even people who want to walk a self-love journey. My intention was to share knowledge, give guidance to help people walk their own path and walk their own journey. And that intention has not changed, because all of you that follow me here, my intention is to help you and give you the tools to help yourself and enrich your lives, help you manifest your dreams, your goals, and help you love yourself and be the best version of yourself. That is my intention here. But I do this because I love it. And in life we should always do what we love, and I do it because it feels right. When it comes to the subject of approval, you should never do what you do for approval. When it comes to religious teachers, the same, many religious teachers done what they done because it felt right in their heart and soul, or their spirit guides told them what they were doing was right. What they were doing was right. The first the Buddha is a controversial. The Buddha is a wise and beautiful teacher, and many Buddhist monks, it's about following the teachings of the Buddha. That is what it's about. They don't worship him as a god, they see him as a teacher, and they try their best to they do their best to follow the Buddhist teachings in their everyday life. But there's a story about the Buddha where he was sitting under a tree, he was talking to people, and then I think one man, he gave someone advice, and that man he gave the advice to happened to be related to this guy's father. And then the father one day went up to the Buddha and spat on the Buddha's face. But the Buddha did not react. Like a wise person, he walked away. And a lot of his followers were angry at him. But the Buddha encouraged him not to take violence on the man. Or the Buddha just walked away and really said sort of nothing. But that was, and he was acting wisely. And eventually the Buddha, the man that done this to the Buddha knew he was in the wrong. And he apologised to the Buddha, and the Buddha says, what are you apologising for? And, as in, the Buddha's already forgiven him and forgotten about it. And the Buddha says, you done that yesterday, but yesterday never happened. It's a beautiful story, but again, it's about the Buddha talking about forgiveness and, sort of what someone's done, forgetting about it in order to forgive. Some beautiful teaching like that. Now, another figure what is very controversial if you look at the scriptures and the stories, but again, I take the stories and the things with a pinch of salt, but the way I look at Jesus as a spirit, that's the way I look at it. He was a real person on this earth and he was a teacher. I don't take it literally, where he was the Son of God. Many people do, and if that's what you believe, that's all well and good. I don't see things that way and I don't believe things that way. I believe he was a human being like the rest of us. He was a teacher, he gave knowledge, wisdom, and he believed that we were all the children of God, and he loved Yahweh, God, that much, and referred to him as Father. As I work with God's Secretary and refer to her as Mother, but when I say Mother, I mean she's Mother of all, Mother of the universe, and she has her energy can be very kind, very compassionate, very motherly as well. But Jesus did butt a lot of heads, even though he preached kindness, compassion, things like that. There would be a lot of the Jewish priests and the people who were high up in the Jewish faith, they did not like how famous and popular Jesus was getting, because a lot of people loved him, they approved of what he was doing. But Jesus never done what he done for approval or to be liked. He'd simply done what he'd done what felt right. For example, there's one story where it was the Passover feast, and at Passover, at the temple, there was people selling goats, food, and it was like a marketplace, and that angered Jesus, and he destroyed he threw up all the tables, the money lenders, he released all the goats, all the animals from the temple because he was angry, and he thought in his heart, he felt what was happening at the temple is wrong, because he says, it is written, my passion for your house burns like a fire deep inside my soul. And he also said, it's written, my house should be a house of prayer. Okay, so that's something he did say. But a lot of the Jewish guards of the Jewish temple, a lot of the high up priests, they were quite angry at Jesus, and they said, in whose authority do you behave like this? And he said, in his own authority, and also he said the authority of God, but again, that inner feeling, that knowing, and then the only approval what matters in life is your own approval, and also the approval of your angels and guides, because your angels and guides are going to support you. They're going to encourage you to make wise choices and decisions that help you grow. But ultimately, he done that because he felt that was right in his heart, and he done it in his own authority and in God's authority, as he also said. But he wasn't doing what he done. He wasn't thinking, if I destroy all these money lenders and I let all these animals go, will I be misunderstood? Will people understand what I'm doing here? Will people approve? He wasn't looking for approval. He just done what he felt was right in his heart, and that's the way we should be. And when we're walking this journey of becoming wise, we shouldn't do what we're doing to get approval. We should do it because we love what we're doing. We should do it to give knowledge and tools to help others, and do what feels right in our heart and soul always. So that would be my message in this video. Let go of the need for approval from other people and do what feels right in your heart and soul. Listen to your intuition, let it guide you. Work with your angels and guides to get the guidance, the information you need as well. Because ultimately your angels and guides are going to lift you up. They're going to encourage you to do things what they know are going to help you grow and better you. They're not going to encourage you to do anything that's going to hurt you or hurt anyone else, or anything that's going to make you go in a jail cell. They're not going to do that. And ultimately, as we have control of our own lives, you should do what feels right for you, and don't do what you're doing make anyone else happy or get approval from other people, because if you do what you're doing and no one understands you, well, at least you're dancing to your own drum. It's like if I go at the back right now, right, and I've done it many times now, still do it when I feel it's right. Like if I light a big fire out the back and I cast a magical circle and I dance around the fire and do a big sort of fire ritual, many people won't understand what I'm doing, but I'm not looking for understanding. I'm not looking for approval. I'm doing what feels right for me, and I'm connecting with angels and guides and doing sacred arts to manifest, and we shouldn't look for approval from others. What keeps us, the third chain in life is fear of being alone. That is, a lot of us, we have that fear of being alone. But I say this, if the people around you would only love you, the fake version of you, and they wouldn't love the real you, then I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be alone, because we're never truly alone. Our angels and guides are always with us, and we're only alone when we abandon ourselves. We're only alone when you truly give up in your life and you abandon yourself. Only then are you alone. But those are the things that keep us stuck. The need for approval from others. Comparing yourself to other people, going, I want to be like this person, I want to be as good as this person. And even in the YouTube community, this can happen as well, where people go, well, this person's got 1,000 followers and I've only got 150 followers, right? People go, they're doing better than me, I should copy them. No. You should be your authentic self and understand what, when you're here on YouTube, I would say, or when you do anything in life, you're doing it because you love it, and also you want to find your tribe in life. People will understand what you're doing, who relate. You're never going to be alone in life, because there's always going to be people who will understand what you're doing and are compassionate and dance, and the tune you're singing, they're singing the same tune. So again, those are the 3 chains, but the biggest chain that keeps us stuck in life is approval. Don't do what you're doing for approval. Do it because it feels right in your heart and soul, and do it because you love it and enjoy it. That is my biggest message here on the channel, and one of my biggest messages what I give to all of you who follow me. And each time I do these videos, I'm giving secrets, and to use but follow me here, those secrets and knowledge are revealed to you. And I would say that whatever you do it because you want to do it because you love it, and do it because it feels right. Don't do what you do looking for approval from others. And do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't end, as long as it's not illegal, you're not hurting anyone, it's not going to end you up in a jail cell. As always, until next time, stay safe, stay wise, stay magical and witchy. Blessed be.